doing so much to change our life and so much to change our circumstances. We are doing everything by the book, but things are not working out in our life. Why is it that we are not manifesting or getting or attracting what we want in our life? Why is it so? Hi everyone, welcome to Flam. My name is Yashmita, and today we will talk about why is it that we have done so much to improve ourselves, to improve our circumstances, and to go after our dreams and passions. Why is it that things are not getting manifested in our life? Why that we are not getting the results that we want? So I'd like to discuss this by telling you a story. Suppose there are two persons, two friends, A and B, and B has done something really awful to A, like talking behind the back and disclosing things about A to other people and making fun of A, something like that. When A comes to know about it, he totally dismisses B from his life and let him go. He just doesn't want B in his life anymore. Later on, after some time, B realizes that he has made a really big mistake and he misses his friend A so much. He goes back to A and asks for forgiveness, and after some time, A does forgive B, but he still doesn't accept B like before, like the friendship they used to have and the rapport that they had with each other. Even though A has forgiven B, he is still not able to forget what has happened, and he is not able to go back to the friendship that they had. So again, B is again and again coming into his life and asking for forgiveness and asking for things to go back to normal, but this is not happening. What is happening here, even though A does not want B in his life anymore, but B is again coming and again into his life, because A is drawing some kind of energy from B. A is enjoying this attention that he is getting from B. A is enjoying the feeling of revenge that this person did bad with me, wronged me, and now I'm not allowing this person in my life, and this is what my revenge looks like. So even though A does not want B in his life, but B is still getting attracted again and again, because A has internally connected himself to B with this kind of energy that he is drawing. So this is what is happening. Even though we may think that we want to move ahead in our life, we want to let the old things go and attract new things in our life, there is something that we are getting from those old things. There is something that we are drawing from these things. There are some emotions that are attached with these old things, which is why the new circumstances and new things are not coming in our life. So I call these things as the small pleasures. The revenge that A was looking after from B is the small pleasure. This is because the new friend is not coming into A's life, because he is still drawing that energy from B. He is not clearing up that space for a new person or new friend to come along. This is the little pleasure, this is the small pleasure that I'm talking about. Another thing is that when things are not working out in our life and we are just struggling so much, we are like swimming in the water but not able to go any ahead in our life, when something like this happens, we go into this mode of self-pity. We just sit down and think about, oh my god, my life is not happening as I want it to happen, and this thing is happening with me. There is just so much of competition ahead, and people doesn't like me, and I'm not getting enough opportunities. This is the self-pity mode, and you may not believe it, but this self-pity is also a kind of small pleasure. We draw some kind of pleasure from this self-pity, because during this self-pity we are putting all the responsibilities and all the blames on the things that are outside of ourselves. So this is also a kind of a pleasure that we need to let go. We need to let go of this pleasure of putting things out on putting blame out on the world. And until we don't let go of this pleasure, things are not evolving in our life, things are not getting attracted in our lives the way we want them. So first one is the small pleasure that I call revenge, the second one is the self-pity, and third pleasure is sympathy. often when things are not working in our life, we discuss these things to other people, with our friends, with our parents, and we tell them how difficult our life is and things are not working out, even though I'm trying so much, even though I'm going out of my comfort zone to make things work, but still nothing is happening, nothing is evolving in my life. I feel just I'm stuck somewhere. And when this happens, what kind of a reaction do we get? We get sympathy from people. We get sympathy from our parents. We get sympathy from our friends that really bad things are happening with you. Yeah, your life is really very difficult, and I feel so bad for you. Yes, you're doing so much, and I can see that you are putting so much of energy on things, and you're improving yourself, and you're doing so much of work on yourself, but still things are not working out. That is so bad to hear, and this is really, I really sympathize with you for that. What is this? This is sympathy. Sympathy is also kind of a pleasure that we crave for. We need other people's sympathy all the time. We want other people to look at our life and sympathize, because when sympathy is coming along, we are getting a thumbs up that yeah, things are really not working out, and it is not my fault. This person is also saying that it is not my fault. I am doing my best, and if still things are not working out, it's not my fault. Again, the responsibility, the blame we are putting out on the world, we are not taking the responsibility. So revenge, self-pity and sympathy, these are the small pleasures that I want you to reflect upon in your life. And if you are getting into this circle of these small pleasures, then the big things are not going to come in your life. The bigger pleasures, the pleasure of achieving your dreams and goals, they are not coming in your life if you are getting satisfied in these small pleasures. These small pleasures are holding us back, because we feel so good when we do this self-pity thing, and when we get sympathy from other people, we feel so good. I understand this feeling. It is so comforting when people tell you that you are doing your best, and I can see that you are doing the best thing you can do, and you are doing all the hard work, but still things are not getting. You are getting this validation from people, and if this validation is you're looking for, then you may just very well don't think about your dreams at all. You just have to let your dreams go. Likewise, suppose if you're and the fourth factor is money. Suppose if you want to give up your 9 to 5 job, if you want to go after your passion, your dream, and you want to be the highest version of yourself, you're doing everything you can do to achieve that dream and let go of this 9 to 5 job and do something of your passion, but still things are not working out. You're not seeing any new doors opening up for you, you're not seeing any new opportunities, and you feel that you're stuck. What is happening there? And if this is happening with you, you have to reflect upon what it is, that this thing that I'm not able to let go of this job. How am I not allowing myself for new things to come into my life? The one thing that we get from this 9 to 5 job is the safety of getting the salary, the monthly salary every month, and this makes us feel so secure and so safe. We know in our mind that every month I'm going to get this salary, and I will be able to pay my bills, I will be able to spend money on clothes, spend on my friends, spend on parties and everything. So this is the safety net. We feel so safe and secure in this 9 to 5 job that even though we want to go out in the world and explore ourselves and go after our passion, we are not able to achieve that, because in our mind we are not able to let go of these threads of money, these threads of security and safety that we feel in this 9 to 5 job. We want to give up this job and go after our passion, but we are not able to, because we don't have that much of self-belief that when I leave this job and go out in the world, will I be able to create this much of safety for myself? Will I be able to create this much of comfortable life for myself, that I'm not thinking about paying my bills? If you really want to go after your passion, then you have to be ready internally. You have to have this belief inside yourself that once you go out in the world, you will be able to create this much of safety again, this much of security again. You have to go out of this comfort zone. So 4 things are revenge, self-pity, sympathy, and the financial security. These 4 pleasures are stopping us from realizing and creating the life that we want to create for ourselves. So if you are really passionate about something in your life, if you really want to go ahead in your life, then you have to give up these small pleasures and think about the big pleasures that you can get and you can achieve in your life once you let these things go. So in this video, I want you to think about these are the 4 kind of pleasures. There are so many other pleasures that we entice upon. These pleasures get a hold on our mind. So I want you to think about the pleasures in your life, the small pleasures that are holding you back from creating the life that you want to create for yourself. So let's do that, and comment below what is your pleasure, your small pleasure that you want to give up, and maybe we can interact more on the comments. Much love to you and happiness to you. Thank you.